doing. Yeah. Don't worry about how I get my money, bitch, just know I get my money. Don't worry about how I spend my money, boy, I got a lot. Don't worry about that car. Yeah. Don't worry about how I get my money, bitch, just know I get my money. Don't worry about how I spend my money, boy, I got a lot. Don't worry about that car drive, don't worry about that bike I ride. Don't worry about them diamonds in that bezel on my watch. Don't worry about it, don't worry about it, don't worry about a motherfucking thing. Don't worry about it, don't worry about it. You got strength up in these niggas playing.
No miss today, but anyway. Here I am. It's my turn now. Can I speak?
You on.
I'm on. Alright. This is the first time, first one out of many. It's going to be coming on weekly. Check my channel on YouTube. It's going to be Mike Perez on YouTube. You subscribe to that channel, please. Please subscribe.
Is it channel live or?
No, it's not live. It's recorded.
Okay. I mean, is the channel up? Is it
yes,
a real
it's
link?
up. It's up and it's ready to run.
Okay, we'll have that in the show notes.
We're going to talk about, every Sunday is going to be about the Redskins. Period. Don't worry about chatting about no other teams or no other nothing. It's going to be about the Redskins. Now, if I feel like talking about another team, then I will. Or I'll talk about another player. But first things first, it's always going to be Redskins because I'm Redskins to my heart. And that's what means everything to me now. And also, I'm going to talk about things that matter to me in this news. Sometimes, whatever happens during the week or whatever else, I'll speak on that too. But subscribe and we'll check it out and we'll go from there. Okay? Now, the first things first, we just finished the game this week. Our first game of the year. We done already seen the preseason, so we saw what we was gonna get. We thought we was gonna get more from the beginning of the game. When you watched the beginning of the game, you thought you was gonna see more, but you didn't really see anything. But other than an inept Robert Griffin, one more time, he was inept. I'm gonna say it truthfully to you.
He's inept.
He was inept. Yeah, he didn't do. You know what I mean? He's holding the ball too long. He's trying too hard. He's trying to make himself out to be, you know what I mean, the savior to the team rather than being a player for the team.
Okay.
So when I see that, that makes us really bad. You know what I mean? And it makes me want to. I mean, I want to do more for him. I want to root for him. But at the same time, I'm not being able to because he's not playing team football. He's playing himself.
Okay.
Simple as that. It's more about him trying to make the big play, or with him trying to make the team make the play. You understand?
Yeah.
So as we look at his numbers, like I said, you look at anybody's numbers, and when their numbers come out. And he's completed. What does it say? He's 29 of 37, but he only has 226 yards. If you complete 29 passes and you only have 267 yards, that's not good. That's not good. That's a lot of passes being done. That's a Mark Brunell type number. That's not a good number at all. You know what I mean? And then y'all can't hold on to the football as usual. Alfred Morris can't hold on to the football.
This is his first game, though, right?
No, this is not his first game. Alfred Morris is a pro. He's been there for 3 years. This is not his first game.
RG3.
This is not his first game. He's played for 3 years.
Okay.
So he's not doing a well job. You know what I mean? He's not getting the ball the way it needs. How can Pierre Garçon, that's your number one receiver supposed to be, he only get 10 catches. Out of 29 passes, he only gets 10 catches. You see, Deshaun Jackson is supposed to be your premier hire over the whole summer, and he only gets 8 catches. You know what I mean? For 62 yards. You know what I mean? Niles Paul. Who is Niles Paul? Other than supposed to be, he a service guy. That's his job. He's just a service guy. He got 4. Stop it. What happened to Jordan Reed? You know what I mean? You're not putting enough stuff in, actually. And that's the problem here. We're not putting enough stuff in and not using the ball enough. And that's what I say. When I say that, it goes back to Robert Griffin III.
Right. He
has to pass the ball around more. He has to be more fruitful with the ball. He has to pass that thing around. He can't be so timid in the thing. Like I said, he's pressing. When he starts pressing, you know what I mean? It's like that movie said, The Replacements. If you ever watched The Replacements in that movie, you see, when he said, it's like falling in the quicksand. He done fell in the quicksand. He's struggling to get out that quicksand. You can't struggle because the more you struggle in quicksand, the deeper you go. So he has to get out of that. So that's what I do see. Now the defense does what they can. Come on, we held them off of all those turnovers and bad situations. We still held them to a low situation. We held them to low points. You know, they didn't have nothing but 17 points from what I see. You know what I mean? In the blocking, you know what I mean? You can't hold J.J. Watt in Clowney. You can't hold them down. You know that. They're going to do what they do regardless, no matter what. They're going to get theirs. Right. That's what they do. I mean, you don't give a man $100 million and say, you know, you a punk, you can't be held down. So we already know he going to get his. But guess what? You got to, as the offense goes, you have to transition yourself. You have to work on trying to make it better for yourselves. So when I look at on the stats of this day, you know, come on, Fitzpatrick, he done 14 to 22 in passing for 206 yards. That's mediocre. We shouldn't have lost to them guys at all. We shouldn't have lost to them. But I'm gonna stay true to my team, and I'm gonna stay true to my Redskins because I'm a Redskin dude. That's always been a Redskin dude. In my circle, I'm the number one Redskin dude that ever's gonna be. In my circle, the people that I know and the way I live my life.
Nice hat.
I believe in the Redskins.
Yeah, nice hat.
I'm never going to die, and I'm always going to hold on to them.
Right.
So it's always HTTR for me. Period. But I do have some things. I do see what I see, and I see the things, and I know y'all see. So, like I said, subscribe to this station. That's Mike Pierce. Subscribe to my channel on YouTube.
When it's out.
Okay, please do at all times.
So you think it's a Super Bowl year?
No, it's not a Super Bowl year. Not yet. It doesn't shape up to be one. It doesn't show itself to be a Super Bowl year.
Okay.
And not the way it looked just today.
Okay.
And from the preseason until today, it doesn't look like to be a Super Bowl year.
Okay.
Okay.
First Dallas Redskin game? What do you got?
First Dallas Redskin game. Well, you know, I got somebody that's betting me a ball on that one. So hopefully I collect my money on that. Or I had to pay out.
You have to pay out your money.
You know what I mean? But hopefully I collect my money on it.
You got your money. Just worry. Just hope they win. That's
I ain't got to hope they win. I know they is. I'm going to believe in it all day long. All day long. I'm always going to believe in it. So I do want to say thank you for paying attention to this first podcast, this little talk, or whatever else. Oh, I do have one other thing I do want to touch on.
Stop tapping the table, sir, please.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We can hear that.
I won't tap on the table again.
Thank you.
But I do have this one other thing I do need to touch on.
Okay.
Well, it's two things, actually. The first thing is, leave my president alone. Stop it. Stop it. Stop the noise. Stop the rhetoric. Let that man do his job and let him do his job.
Cook. Let that man cook.
Yeah, let him go ahead and, you know what I mean, we put the recipes in there, you know, he can do his own thing. You know what I mean, he got his choices to make, we got to support it. End of the story. Leave him alone. Now, the next thing I want to touch on too is that when we do see something that ain't right, we can't go out here and act a fool because we seen it ain't right. We know it ain't right, we can't go out here and be not right with it. You know, when I speak on it, when I say it ain't right, when the thing that happened down in St. Louis, was it St. Louis, right?
Ferguson.
Yeah, Ferguson, St. Louis. That, it wasn't right. We know it wasn't right. But see, the people can't go out there acting the fool.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? Because when you go out there and act the fool, you overshadow the whole thing. Same thing with the Trayvon Martin thing. See, then nobody go out there and act the fool and start looting and acting and all of that because they wasn't going to do it.
It was a different situation.
It was a different situation. But
Right.
at the same time,
The thing about the St. Louis Ferguson thing was they let the body sit outside for 5 hours. People were standing there watching the boy dead on the street for 5 hours. So the police handled that situation completely wrong. And then when they asked for information, they wouldn't give the people information.
Yeah,
well, then they brought out tanks. You know what I mean?
Everything.
You know, so the situation kind of escalated. It was a two-way street.
Actually, I want to ask you then.
Uh-huh.
Where's the investigation into the policeman at?
You see what I'm saying? I ask myself that every day.
It got overshadowed by people out there.
I ask myself that every day.
We're not really focused on the investigation. Where it is and what's going on.
I ask myself every day. I'm looking at the news saying, "Where's this guy at?
Yeah, where is he at? And where's the situation? And where's the investigation going?
Just let us know."
So we can't go out there and act the fool on being foolish.
I think it's on both sides.
Yeah.
On both sides.
Yeah.
The police can't act foolish, you know, and then our communities can't act foolish. It's a two-way street at this point.
I agree with you 100%.
It's getting to the point where it's us against them, and we just can't allow things to keep continuing the way they're continuing. They're going to be in our houses.
That I do.
Right?
That I do. Now back to my Redskins. Okay. One more time back to my Redskins. Now, if this offense does not get on the point.
I'm at a take table, I see.
Oh, but if this offense does not get back on point the way they need to be to help the defense out, because the defense is there to win the games. Yeah, defense wins games, but the offense needs to put points on the board. Now, 6 points in block field goals and block punts, that's unacceptable. I mean, we might as well have kept the same special teams guy there last year. If we're gonna have those two gaps in one game, the first game out, that's two gaps. The same thing. So therefore, you saying they bad and all this other stuff. No, I don't want to see that Dallas Cowboy game. Can't take that off the screen, please. I don't want to see the Dallas Cowboys.
What's going on?
They just